All right, here we go. These are the new $2 burritos, which basically they changed their value menu to have $1 items and $2 items. And these are the 3 burritos that encompass the $2 cravings menu. We have the Fiesta Veggie burrito here. This would be the Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken burrito. And this would be the Beefy melt burrito, which I was prepared when I was about to start this video to say, I don't know which one's in which thing, but they actually wrote on them very nicely. So shout out to the Taco Bell staff for writing on these burritos. And I'd also like to say that these things are fairly sizable. I was surprised when I picked up the bag. These are hefty burritos, so maybe it's worth the $2, but we're about to find out in a taste test. All right, let's start with the Beefy melt burrito. I feel like that's the default. You go with the beef burrito for the default burrito. Like I said, it doesn't seem, it's hard to explain with the camera perspective, but it seems fairly big, definitely bigger than their $1 burritos usually were. So let's crack this thing open and see what's inside. I just spilled some rice on the floor, well, on the table. All right, in here we're supposed to have beef, nacho cheese, rice, sour cream, 3 cheese blend, and also these Fiesta strips for a little texture. Let's take a bite. Well, no surprise, I like it, but this is basically a remix of a lot of different items that they've done in the past, and they're actually very similar to the $1 like soft crunchy taco things they did not too long ago. Very similar texture, taste profile, but you can't. It's hard to go wrong with beef, rice, and cheddar cheese and nacho cheese sauce. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that combination, and I think that the size does help with the $2. I mean, obviously I'm disappointed that their new items are $2 and not $1 like they would normally be. And I do think that it is a portent to come. I assume most items will be higher price from now on, but I guess that's just a sign of the times. And I think that this is worth $2. I would buy this again. This would be a good add-on to, like, if you get your normal order or you get some nachos or something. Quesadilla. This is a good throw-in, but for $2 instead of what would normally be $1. But I don't blame them, and I think that this is a good addition, and it's solid. So, Beefy melt burrito, you get a 4 out of 5. I mean, it's really hard to go wrong with this combination of ingredients. So, let's move on to the chicken burrito, which I think is probably the most interesting to me. So, this is the Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken burrito, and importantly, which obviously from the name you would know this, but I just don't pay attention. It's grilled, which I think you can add grilling to any item, and you definitely should. Most burritos are better grilled. It just adds a little bit of flavor. But anyway, this has Chipotle sauce, avocado ranch sauce, cheese, lettuce, chicken, tomatoes, and those strips. So it's got a lot of sauces going on. I'm just hoping that the Chipotle is in balance this time. And I usually like the avocado ranch sauce, so let's pull it apart and see what's inside. There you go. You see a lot of sauce and a lot of lettuce and tomato. There is some chicken in there. Trust me, I can see it. It may be hard to see on camera, but there is definitely some chicken, so let's give it a shot. Here we go, big bite. I must say I'm a huge fan of this burrito. I'm very tempted to give it a 5. I'm not sure yet. We'll see by the end of this conversation if I give it a 5, but the grilled aspect definitely, like I said, the grilled aspect definitely does help. The Chipotle sauce is actually in balance in this burrito. You can taste it, but it's not overwhelming. You can taste everything. Whoever made this burrito did a good job because they put the ingredients in almost perfect balance, except I could have used a little more chicken, but what do you expect? The only thing I don't really like in this burrito is the chip strips, the Fiesta strips, the little red chip things. I feel like they're just not necessary in this burrito, and they're kind of like superfluous. You don't really need that crunch when you have lettuce. That helps you out on the texture side. So not necessarily like a bad thing, but they could be out of there and it wouldn't make any difference. As far as I'm concerned, it would probably be a little better, but it doesn't really harm it. I think that this is overall, like, the ingredients all come together in a way that I was not expecting. I knew it would be good, but I didn't expect it to be so good. I think that the combination of the sauces and the chicken is actually working very well. And I am going to give it that 5. I think that this is a 5. If you're going to try one of these 3 burritos, although I haven't tried the veggie one yet, so maybe I shouldn't act too soon, but out of the first 2, you should definitely pick this one if you're only going to try one. So the Chipotle Ranch grilled chicken burrito, excellent. And now we get to the Fiesta Veggie Burrito, the heftiest of all the burritos, I should add, for $2. Also, the most ingredients on the ingredients list but it's not just a swap. It's not just like, hey, we're swapping this burrito's ingredients with black beans. It's actually an amalgamation. It's a completely new thing. You got black beans, rice, I'm reading off the list here, Chipotle sauce, sour cream, tomatoes, guacamole, 3-cheese blend, and the Fiesta strips. So you're getting a lot of different things in here, including guacamole for $2. So hopefully it's good. I never really get vegetarian at Taco Bell, but decided to make an exception to review a brand new item. So let's see how it all works together. Oh. The first thing I thought when I took a bite out of this burrito was, maybe I should get vegetarian more. I mean, what am I missing out on? Because I've never actually had the black beans at Taco Bell because I've never gotten the vegetarian options before. Outside of, like, getting a quesadilla, which I guess is technically vegetarian because it's just cheese. Not vegan, whatever, but it's vegetarian because there's no meat in it. But you know what I'm saying. I've never had the black beans at Taco Bell before, and they're pretty good. And everything coalesces into a pretty nice burrito, and the guacamole is nice, and it's just nice. I don't feel like I'm missing meat. It feels like a pretty hefty burrito with all the ingredients you really want, and the black beans are perfectly good. So I don't know. I'm still gonna. I was thinking about this for a while. It's been a couple minutes, but I don't want to give it a 5. I think I'm going to give it a 4. But I mean, I guess if you're a vegetarian, this is probably a 5. I do think that I prefer the meat options and definitely the chicken, but the black beans are really good. I didn't expect it to be so hearty. And that's the end of the new $2 value burritos at Taco Bell. In my hand, I have the Strawberry Island Freeze, which I reviewed in another video with the Chipotle Chalupa. So if you want to check that out, find that video. It should be up. They should be going up back to back. So hopefully they're both up when you see this. And you can check that out if you're interested in those limited time offerings. But spoiler alert, it's pretty good. See ya.